Hello, this is John. I wanted to share with you some tips and information that I learned recently working on my shower. I could not get enough pressure to the shower head for a long time. I've tried 2 or 3 different types of heads with different promises of better pressure. It just seemed like it had the same problem. So finally decided I'm going to take this thing apart. I'm going to figure out what the problem is. So let's get into this first of all, because Delta makes a couple different valve bodies. This is what I have is really a four-way plumb deal. The top hole that leads to the shower is typically a smaller hole than the bottom one, which would typically lead to a tub. For those installations like mine that don't have a tub shower combination, you might see some contractors will actually install this upside down to help get more pressure out of the larger hole up to the shower. In my case, the tube, the flood tube here that led to the shower was almost, actually it was completely crusted over with just mineral deposits and just stopped up. So in my case, I was able to clean that out with a similar sized drill bit, and I actually opened up the hole just a tad bit more to give myself a clean inlet valve that led to the shower. So I don't want to tell you to drill that out too much. I don't know how much material is there to be alleviated, but this would be more of a proper installation for somebody that does not have a tub. You don't have a fourth hole or a fourth piping to the shower. I'm sorry, to the tub. So in this design, actually the hole is a lot larger, which would make sense as well. So just in case you see different installation orientations or different patterns there, that was interesting for me to learn, because actually mine was completely stopped over, like I said, and opening that back up or maybe even enlarging it did the trick for me. I did also want to share, Delta makes 2 different cartridges. So I had to make 2 trips to the store. At first I picked up the 1314 series, not realizing that the spacing between the 2 was very tight. Visually it just looks like they're very close together. Almost can't put your finger in between them. But the newer, I guess, the 1300 or 1400 series has a lot wider base. It's pretty tight in the valve body either way, but you might save yourself a trip to the store by identifying which spacing that you have and getting a good visual. So anyway, a lot better result now that the new cartridges are in with new washers. It shuts off real nice. Last thing I'll mention to you is there is an adjustment in the valve body to open wider to get more hot water versus less hot water. If you do a short throw, it would be ideal for like a child bathroom where you just don't want them to turn on too much hot water or potentially burn themselves in a child bathroom situation. But for an adult, you might want to open or adjust the throw valve here to open wider to allow more hot water. So watch for those adjustments. It's usually a pull out and turn kind of a locking or setting mechanism inside the valve stem. So actually it's right here on top. So you just lift up, spin it around, and then drop it back in to adjust how much hot or cold water that you would like to have in the mixing portion. There's a mixing portion here in the black. So anyway, hope that helps you understand what I went through, and maybe you can apply